Put in the porch, no rental. I said the wrong words. Man, welcome back. Where are my manners? We left you guys for far too long.
How many weeks has it been? It feels like it's been a really long time.
It has been a long time. It's been like, I want to say like 3 weeks. Damn near. I've never weave.
Yes, we
never
have.
gone a month?
Yeah.
When? We going a month without recording a podcast, an episode. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. I got something on my tooth. Ain't no way right now. If you see something on my tooth, let me know. Something on my tooth? See something? I'm good. I feel like I wasn't good. I'm so excited, man. Welcome back, everybody. This is She and I. I am your host, Beloved, and like always, I have my very special host with me,
India Marie.
India Marie and Beloved, the husband and wife duo you didn't know you need, but you got us. And we are here to stay. This is the best thing to happen on a Tuesday. Well, damn it, since Monday, you thought we were gone and we weren't coming back. You're wrong. Let's talk about this echo right now. Let's talk about it.
There's an echo.
Let's talk about it. We'll get there later.
There's an echo. We might as well just go ahead and get into it.
Don't
We
rush
got a lot of things to talk about.
You gotta, that's right. So you can't
start with the.
Let me produce this thing right now. Let me produce this thing.
But I feel like you should give the disclaimer that there is an echo at the beginning of the podcast.
You just did that. So let me do it again. There's an echo at the beginning of the podcast. What you want me to repeat?
You don't have to put
say it twice.
What is it? The sound.
It's right here. It's something like it's right here. I don't know what it is.
The sound panels.
Yeah, no. I mean, once some more stuff gets in this is a dead ass, empty ass room right now that we're recording in. It's boxes in this room. That's the only thing that is in here. It looks a little bit different. I know if you're on YouTube, forgive us. If you're not on YouTube, I forgive you. However, you can make it up to me right now by going over to YouTube, subscribing, liking, sharing, telling a friend to tune the hell on in, because we're back and we're not leaving you again. Come on, man. What did you think I was going to come back and do? I'm not even going to tell y'all what my computer is sitting on, because it's even worse than the background it's right now. But man, I hope y'all been listening to old episodes. Forgive us. We haven't been posting on Instagram. We took a hiatus.
Life has been happening.
Not like 2020. Not like 2020.
No. We've had positive things happening. But yeah, we've been super busy, y'all. Super blessed, but super busy.
Let's get into it. I don't got time to play.
During the week, we got
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk on the podcast.
Join in. That's what
So where I think we should start is where we left off. So off, we had some disagreements, and we told them we were gonna go to therapy.
Oh yeah, we did. We told y'all that.
And we had our therapy session last week, and it went really well. And if you don't have a we're not even at
big up my boy.
We're not even at the point where we need to see our therapist on a weekly basis. We're probably seeing once a month now. But
hold on, don't just glaze over there. Hold on, let me get you here. All right, keep going.
So yeah, we'll probably see him once a month instead of once a week now. It's just nice to have that mediator. And if you do not have, like, if you're a married person and you do not have a therapist, get one.
All right,
Listen
let me
to
talk.
me. Like,
break it down to him. I like how we're doing this.
The way that
I like that
our therapist helps us see each other. Like, there's no comparison. To however much money he costs, he can have it, because he really be helping us out.
And so, yeah, I like the way you started this. We're starting at the end. It's like the latest thing that we've done. So this is the latest we would go back. But we did tell you guys last time.
I'm just gonna leave that there.
That we were going to therapy.
It's about to die anyway.
It's crazy. You shouldn't even have
Carry
your phone
on.
when you pop. Anyway,
we're sitting in different chairs.
We're going to get there. We're going to therapy. I'm going to highly recommend our therapist.
Because he keep going up on his prices because people keep going to
price is not today's price. And the reason why is because when you guys reach out and you ask me his name, I give it to you because I think he's just that good. And, you know, sometimes, and this is no knock, you want to go to a therapist that looks clean. You know what I mean? When I go to him, he looks clean and always professional. He never has a t-shirt on. He never has like a crazy background. He's always in the same spot. And he's always doing this thing. And he looks clean. I need my therapist to look clean and look like he's trying to get me to where I need to go.
And I like it. Because instead of sitting on his couch in his office, we sit on our own couch.
Sit on our own couch.
And he's in Clarksville. So it's not like it's, you know, if we wanted to go to his office, I'm sure we could. But we like the vibes at the house. I think he helps us just the same. No matter where we are.
For sure. And you know what? I don't need to go into everything that we talked about because some stuff we got to keep off the pod because it's so
he
stuff
don't want
we
to talk
got to
about it
deal
because
with.
he got in trouble this past time.
I did. I got in trouble at the end when I was on pod. I'll tell you, I was on fire. I'm talking about he agreeing with your boy. He giving me game, giving Indy game. He back and forth, bing, bing, like a tennis match. A volley, they would call it. And then at the end, he said, all right, I'm going to ask you a serious question because I see she's smiling. I know your sense of humor and you say things because you know it's going to make her laugh. And she's laughing.
He said, he was like, I could tell you like to play a lot.
Yeah, I like to play a lot. He said, I know your sense of humor likes to play. I can tell you like to play a lot. And obviously she likes it because she laughs. So I want you to stop for a second and be serious. I said, oh man, I got in trouble. I said, oh man, I play too much, man. I done got in trouble with my guy, man, my guy Jay Young. But anyway, needless to say, we went to it to get through it. And here we are back with you. So it feels good, man. And we had an episode in the middle. I count that, but I really don't count it as an episode. It's kind of like a bonus that we put out. And the reason why is because it wasn't our episode. They cut us off. And no disrespect to them because they wanted time crunch. But I didn't feel the vibes that I needed to feel. I didn't get the video. Not like from the crowd, but video. I need the video.
Yeah.
I need the audio and the video to match nowadays. I'm a different person. But anyway, I'm just happy to be back. I'm all over the place. Therapy was good. Y'all need to go to therapy. Just go once a month. Try it once a month. And fellas out there, I know we have a lot of hesitation around therapy. Like, man, I know this. I used to be. I'm an N-word at the end of the day. And I used to be like, as soon as we go to therapy, the therapist's going to be all on her side because when she get in there, she's going to start crying. And, you know, people can't help but to fall for the trap of women tears. So I'm like, I don't even want to go.
I haven't cried in a therapy session in over a year.
She hasn't. She hasn't. Because things are different, you know what I'm saying? Things are different now. So it's a little better, right?
Mm-mm.
It's not better?
Well, it's better. That ain't why I'm not crying in therapy, though.
Why?
Ain't nothing going. What?
Say, why, Mary J? I'm not gonna cry. Anyway, why? Why aren't you crying? See what I'm saying? She likes it, so I keep doing it. If people stop laughing, I want
the things that we be going to therapy about are things, they're like minute things, but they happen frequently, which causes them to be major things.
And you never know what you think your situation is bad until you hear how bad other people's situations are. And then you realize you really ain't got it that bad. Like the stuff you arguing about with your person really isn't that bad. It doesn't it pales in comparison to some people. Trust me, we've heard about it. So listen, it's good, but keep going. I'm sorry. Anyway, keep going.
Because you just made me forget what I was going to say. But that's not where I was going with that.
I came to party.
That's not where I was going with that.
So
I'm before, in between like our last episode and this episode, well, I'm just going to touch on this briefly because we did talk about. I feel like there are people who strictly just listen to us on YouTube. Yeah. So this is for the YouTube people who, I know the people who listen to this other places have already heard this, but there were a lot of people who asked us about the Keke Palmer situation and how we felt about that. Yep. And at this point, all of y'all that listen to this podcast should know about the Keke Palmer situation. And if you are a person who does not do social media at all, just Google Keke Palmer and her boyfriend and something's going to come up. But basically what we said is that, you know, she was with someone who was extremely insecure. He body shamed her. He embarrassed her. And he came off as a lame. And I'm not exactly sure what he wanted to accomplish, you know. And it really sucked because for him to shame her in that way as a woman who is currently still in a postpartum phase, you know, anything that a woman can do to make herself feel sexy and to make herself be seen, even if it's just for herself, that shouldn't be judged. And what's crazy is
Can I say this?
I was going to say, I think everybody knows that what Usher did at the concert is part of his act.
Yeah, can I just say this? It's time for America to unleash the cheeks. That's the motto.
You know who had cheeks?
Oh boy, we had to stop speeding us up.
The women at the Beyonce concert.
Stop speeding us up. Good.
We have so much to talk about, y'all. But I feel like the cheeks comment was a perfect segue.
It wasn't. Not
to Beyonce. I enjoyed the cheeks. It was a lot of cheeks.
Oh, I guess we're gonna do this.
It was some big cheeks.
All right, back to Gia. I'm bringing this back. Here we go. We're talking about Keke Palmer right now, right? So that whole situation, we talked about it on that last episode. If you want to go back, check it out. Do yourself a favor. Check it out. Before summarize it, yeah, he is a lame. You shouldn't have did that. Don't embarrass your woman in public. Pull off to the side. Talk to her about it when you get home, and then stop making a spectacle of the whole thing. Now I feel like it's a rollout at this point. Like I think that he's trying to roll something out because it's like, man, we reheating old French fries. Like I think the majority of people feel the same way about Cousin. I don't even know.
What's he trying to roll out?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
He rolled clean up out of his relationship. So.
No, they still together. Because she said something about it. They still together. So they ain't together at all.
I don't think so.
I think they are. Because she mentioned something about it.
But she also was just rapping a song that sounded like a diss track. So what are we talking about?
A rollout. Like I said, it's like, all right.
She is not still with that man. There's no way. Keke Palmer's attitude,
ain't no way. She got to... I bet she said, bet money they still together.
Keke Palmer does not strike me as the type to stay with a man just because she had a baby.
Now, I'm not saying it's why. It's probably more involved than that. We don't know what they got going on. She said, she tweeted something about it.
What did he say?
I'm finna go look it up right now. I am, you know what I mean?
Because she, just not, no. She ain't striking me as that type. I don't think, especially not so soon. And like I said before, the way that his comments came across, it seemed like they were already beefing prior to the situation. So I would think that was the icing on the cake.
I gotta find it anyway. I'm not gonna look for it right now, but I'm gonna find it.
And that was my final straw. Good riddance.
Could have been, but yeah, he was
good riddance. It ain't like Keke Palmer. You know, I think a lot of women will stay with a man that they have children with because they want that extra support.
Want their whole household together.
To be a single mother. But hell, if Keke Palmer want to be a single mother, she can afford every part of single motherhood.
Whatever floats.
That she wants
Whatever floats your boat.
She can hire all the help she needs.
The thing about it is,
she wouldn't just be a single mother. She'd be a single mother, not in a relationship, but she has all the resources.
Yeah.
So what would be the benefits of staying with this man
All
at
right,
this point?
let's advance the conversation real fast. Now, if that was me, and it was, let's say, let's go ahead and put it, and then Drea came down from the stage, and I'm with the homies, and she danced on me in the club like that, what would you do?
Keke Palmer didn't dance on him.
If I grabbed Drea around her neck ever so softly and start doing a little two-step around her, what would you do?
Beard? First of all, like I said before, Keke
Just
Palmer
answer the
acted
question, though.
like herself.
I'm
You're
acting
not
like
a
me.
celebrity.
That's me.
And also,
so now I gotta
Drea.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying too.
You're such a basic person. Go act like that with somebody.
Young Miami. If Young Miami came down, what's wrong with Young Miami? Young Miami came down.
Man, I literally hate your comparisons. You have the worst scenarios and
How is this
comparisons because it is.
No, it's the exact same thing. It's because if you were to go out to the Usher concert, let me get done. Let me get the whole. I'm talking right now.
I was talking first.
Go ahead, Hiddy.
No, because the comments that her boyfriend made, I can't even think of the man's name. The comments that he made were not pertaining to what she was doing with Usher. His comments was to her outfit. So we're not talking about what they were doing. That may have been the underlying issue, but that is not what he came out and said. He didn't come out and say that he felt uncomfortable because Keke Palmer had her hands wrapped around Usher's neck. That ain't what he said.
I think he did say something like that too.
No, he didn't. Tweet. He said, "You're a mom. You shouldn't be dressing and acting." Maybe he said acting that way, but the basis of it was her dressing like that.
But see, now she's gonna try to
because her booty cheeks was out. That's what we're talking about here.
All right, so he said both dressing and acting. She shouldn't be acting like that. Meaning, she shouldn't have had her arms draped around Usher like that and caressing his neck. That's all he was saying. And now so now I'm asking you, if that was Young Miami. And she came down and called me to the stage or something. Give me a City Girl song. Act up. She came down and act up. And she started acting up on me. How you gonna feel?
City Girls don't make their songs for y'all. So
that's not what I'm asking. The goalpost. She can't even answer the question. She can't even answer the question. So you see how crazy it is?
Because they would pull me on stage before they pulled you on stage.
All right, whatever. Just answer the question though. Women do this all the time.
What do you want me to say?
If that would
I would be upset?
Would you be upset? I'm asking. I don't know.
No, actually, I wouldn't be upset.
She's lying.
I wouldn't be upset.
She's moved the goalpost 3 times.
I've not moved the goalpost.
At that point,
would you be upset?
Nah, it's a once in a lifetime thing. If you going out with Usher and your titties were out like they were at the Beyonce concert, and then Usher pulled you on stage and you gave him one of these right here, I wouldn't care. Bro, once in a lifetime. But you can't say that though. For me, you gonna get upset. I'm not.
I just think I'm just saying. I think if you're gonna act like that, if somebody, let it be somebody better than Drake.
It's not what we saying though. It don't matter about your standards and my standards, right?
Yours are low.
This shit is crazy as hell. It's crazy.
So what I'm saying is that if I'm gonna do that, it's going to be for somebody who I'm just admired for a really long time. It ain't gonna be just for no. First of all, I'm not easily starstruck. Let's start there.
Yeah, understood.
With anybody, I'm not. There are very few people where I feel like I would completely fangirl out. What?
Go ahead, keep going.
Who?
Keep going. Just keep getting your story.
So, like I said, I'm just well.
See?
I fangirled out a little bit when I saw Miguel, but it was so random. It was random.
Okay.
But I still didn't, it wasn't none of that.
Look, her and the homegirl see it. They saw Miguel. They ran back in Soho House. Me and Kim sat outside chilling. They could have grabbed Miguel by his neck, took all the pictures in the world with him, shook a little titty on him. I mean, I don't care. She got to come back out to get home. I'm taking her home. She has to go home, right? So that's all I'm saying, bro. You got to pick and choose your battles and try not to embarrass people in public. Because I'm not, dog. If I see Dre out or if I see Young Miami, they put me on stage, I will hope you know that it's all good. Like, let me go on stage and enjoy this moment right now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Let Young Miami put that thing on me.
It'll be fine. So it would
put
be
that
like
act up on me. Put the act bad on me.
It would be like the equivalent of, but this was done in a much more classier way. It would be like the equivalent of the Destiny's Child performance.
I knew you about to say that.
Of Cater to You. At the BET Awards. And I think they pulled Mary Men on the stage and, gave him a little classy lap dance. Who was it?
Nelly wasn't married. It was Nelly, Babyface, and
Magic.
The Magic Johnson.
It was Magic Johnson, Terrence Howard,
and Nelly, right?
I don't remember it being Nelly.
That's 106.
But we know that Magic Johnson is married.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Listen to who you saying though.
It was all entertainment. It was all
once again. You comparing apples to oranges. You comparing Magic Johnson. Keke Palmer. What did Magic Johnson have on some tights showing his dick print? Walking around here with gray sweatpants on. Back in the day, he got that heels.
How is it different, Beard?
Because it's magic.
It's not that it's magic. Cookie could have been upset.
It's Magic Johnson. Everybody respects Magic. And Cookie.
That's what I'm saying. So you and your double standards, child. Whatever.
Then you come with the double standards. I said I'm cool with whatever. Listen, man, whatever you gonna do, you gonna do. As long as you're not gonna do it to like no regular smack. Like you go to the club, you start dancing on John Doe, and I see that shit, then we got a problem. You know
I don't think this is our conversation to have. I think that this is a situation of celebrity.
Yes, exactly what it is.
This is a situation of entertainers. There are entertainers.
It's only entertainment, man. Relax.
We are not.
Relax. And you gotta know you but
we are regular people with regular relationships. And like I said before, what Kiki did, I expected of her. It's not like I saw the clip and I was like, I can't believe she did that.
Yes, Kiki Palmer. She extra as hell. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Kiki Palmer. Like, bro, you know what you got yourself into. Like, this your baby mama, bro. You know what you were doing, dog. Like, it's Kiki. We expect that. The gag is, it's Kiki, baby. We know the vibes. And you should have too. And don't embarrass Kiki Palmer, man. She's a treasure. You know what I mean? Like, Kiki's dope. You don't need to do all that, bro. Relax. I hope that when you got back home, you at least try to give us some good old makeup, sex,
no, because he was too busy mad.
Well,
he was a maddie.
Well, he should have got, hey, wear the outfit for me when you get back home. Let me show you what Usher should have did. That's what I would have told you. I'm just take you backstage, trading places, gonna give you some of this seduction. And like I said on the last episode, it was There Goes My Baby. It wasn't seduction. It wasn't can you handle this. No, it wasn't nice and slow. It wasn't none of that. It was There Goes My Baby. I mean, come on. What are we saying?
It's a cute song, but it ain't one of his like sexual, sensual songs.
No, now if you did that to Can You Handle It? Now that you're here. And then start like grabbing on that rump. Darius would have had he would have had the right to be mad. Now that was just over the top. So I get that. But just what she did, yeah, I'm cool with that. Now, where have we been? So y'all notice the background too. Right before we recorded the last 2 episodes, the pictures were off the wall. And I was saying something about like, man, it looks crazy. It looks even more weird right now. We got to do something about this. Anyway, we were thankful enough to find a new home. Give it up for us 1 time, 2 times.
So things happen really fast for us, guys.
Yeah.
So we were looking for a home, but kind of not looking for a home.
Well, let me stop you right there because I know you're going to just jump around way too much. Back in the beginning of the year, I told her in March, I think we should start house shopping. March came, and I was browsing, wasn't really knee deep in it. All of a sudden, every day, I'm getting about 12 links from Trulia on my phone. And I'm not even exaggerating. Every day. Not only that, my homeboy, Chris Ryan, way before then, back in January of this year, he just started sending me out. I started ignoring him. I'm like, bro, I'm not looking at this shit.
Hey guys, here, this is what I found in the area. Take a look. Let me know if you want to go see anything.
Then he started sending me shit in Murfreesboro. Like, bro, stop sending me stuff, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Progress the story.
So, I mean, Barry said that I told a friend this at the beginning of the year. I said, Barry said that we were going to be in a new house by June. And I said, Barry is the type of man I don't have to question anything he says. If he says that this is what he's going to do, this is what he's going to make happen for us, he's going to do it. Like, I have seen him do this more times than I can count. When he says he's going to do something, he's going to do it. So I was like, okay, well, I don't have to keep pressing him. Because our previous home, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, we had plenty of space, kinda.
Not really.
So we were using that second bedroom. So it was our room, and then the second bedroom we were using to record the podcast in. And then, Barry works remote anyway.
Big remote.
And then Blake had his own room. And we weren't going to put Shiloh in his room with him. And so we put her in the room with us. And that was always the plan. But we just refused to come up off that second room. Like,
I wasn't going.
We just weren't going to turn it into a baby nursery.
Nope.
So
my girl was going to be in the garage. Go ahead. Parking Shiloh like I'm parking cars. Talk about it.
So, June came around, May came around. We were kind of looking. At that point, we had only looked at 2 houses, and we looked at both of those homes in the same day.
I don't even remember.
We looked at a house. This is how much we loved our old neighborhood, or how much I loved our old neighborhood. They had put a new house on our street. They had cleared some land, built a whole new house up there, and I was like, let's go look at this house because I love this neighborhood. I love our neighbors. And I was very sad to leave that neighborhood. But it just didn't check enough of the boxes for us. And so we probably looked at those 2 houses at the end of April, I think.
I don't know.
So June comes up. I see this house pop up. I send it to Chris. And
it wasn't June. Like, give them a good date so they can kind of capture.
I said the end of May.
No, you said June, like June 13th.
No.
This? Where we at right now?
Yes. It was like the last week of May.
All right, go ahead.
I showed Bear at the house, and he was like, oh, okay, I like it. But he was not like moving on it. And I was like, okay, whatever. Then we were looking for another neighborhood that was in this same area. And we were like, okay, let's go look at this neighborhood because it was all new builds.
Yeah.
So it was hard to find the neighborhood. So one day we just went out driving around, passed by this house, and I was like, I'm curious. I'm still intrigued. So we hit up Chris. Chris is our really good friend who just so happens to be a realtor. He actually calls us a week later, and he was like, hey, I'm over here looking for this neighborhood. And I was like, well, we already found it, but we're kind of not interested in it anymore. Since you're over there, go look at this house for me.
I'm like, all right. I don't know anything. They started talking damn every day because I feel like both of them knew I was burnt out. I'm like, bro, just tell me what I need to do at that point. Yeah. Go ahead.
So
I don't like shopping. I go to a store, I walk in the mall, I get what I need, and I leave. I'm not the type that's about to be browsing and shopping for real like that. I don't like the looking stage of trying to buy some shit.
Yeah. So at this point, it's the first week of June, going into the second week of June. And I'm like, Chris, you over there, go and look at this house with me. Because it was like missing some stuff in the pictures. And I was like, I just need you to go in it and let me know that it's there. And if it's there, I want to go look at it. So he goes and he FaceTimes us. He's walking around the house and I'm falling in love. And I'm just like, oh my God, like I love this house. He's in a meeting at work and I'm like, Bear, come downstairs, look at this house.
That's how you do it, man. I'm working, trying to get the money to get the house. They calling them a name, sending me text messages. They don't care about my time. All they want is my money. Go ahead.
So he comes down at the very end of my FaceTime tour and I'm like, Chris, go back in the kitchen and show him the kitchen because Bear had one specific thing that he wanted in the kitchen, even though he doesn't cook.
But let me tell you why. If you paying a certain amount of money for a house, I'm gonna keep it real. If you pay anything over $500,000 for a house and your microwave is above your oven and it doesn't have one of them hood range things, then they cheated you somewhere. You should not be paying $500,000 and your microwave still above your stove and you ain't got the little hood thing to go outside. That's crazy to me, but I ain't hating on you if you do. I'm just saying. You paid too much for that nice microwave that's above your nice ass stove.
So I was like, okay, it has the range. It's a gas stove, whatever. He was like, I like that. And he was like, cool, I'm finna set up.
I ain't gonna use it.
He was like, I'm gonna try to get an appointment for y'all to come and look at it tomorrow. Tomorrow was on a Friday. So that Friday, after work, we go look at the house.
They rushing too. I'm like, go ahead.
We fall in love with the house. But we were actually looking at two houses and trying to decide which one we wanted. And we decided on the one we're currently in. So, we talked to him. What was great about what Chris did is that Chris went ahead and brought the lender with him.
Yep.
And so
at this point, everybody is just taking me way too fast. I'm like, bro, I don't even want this shit. Like, how much is it? Like, God bless. I don't even know. I really don't know if I want it now. Like, okay, I don't want this. Man, I'm trying to get something for $200,000, $150,000, and they gonna show me this. The area's perfect. This is exactly where I want it to be. However, I want to pay $200,000, $150,000. Go ahead.
So
yeah, you laughing because she ain't paying.
No. He was also. His face showed like some apprehension and I had to fill him out when we got home. I was like, do you like it? He was like, no, I really like it. But I think it was like a little bit of him being overwhelmed because he was also super busy at work.
Bro, I just got off work. It was Friday. I just got off. Let's go. I'm like, huh?
He had like a really long week at work. So I think his brain was just like overload. And he was just like, whatever you want, India.
I saw them digits.
Like whatever you want.
I'm finna get a RICO charge. I'm trying to figure out how to get that. Hey.
So the lender came. He was like, this is what y'all gonna have to do to get this house. He was like, you can get the house. Y'all can get the house. So it was like, okay. So it was contingent upon us selling our first home. So that was sad because we originally wanted to keep that house.
Yes, sir.
But Nashville prices are Nashville prices and they're not going down.
Yeah.
So we had to make a very hard decision to sell our old house.
I was sad, man.
And not only did we have to sell it, we had to sell it by July 1st.
Okay, so now let's tell them the dates.
So this is June. Friday, June. It was like the second Friday in June.
It's like the 13th or some shit. Like some crazy shit.
We looked at the house that Friday. That Sunday, Chris hit us and was like, hey, they accepted your offer contingent upon you selling your home by July 1st.
And giving them a lump sum of money up front. I'm like, bro, why am I fronting y'all money?
Yeah. So we had to put the earnest money down on the house. I'm
already mad about that. I'm fronting money on the house I can't even stay in. Yeah, I'm just fronting the money. You're like, bro, what I'm fronting you for? I got it. Just know.
So we had to put the earnest money down on the house. Like I said, it was contingent upon us selling our house by July 1st. So it was like, okay, we're a little stressed out. Excited that they accepted the offer, but also very stressed out. Monday rolls around. We spent all day clearing out the house, trying to make it look seller ready, cleaning, all of that. Tuesday morning, our cleaners came, cleaned up the house. Tuesday afternoon, the photographer came, took pictures of the house. By
Shout out to my guy Mario.
Wednesday night, going into Thursday morning, our house was listed for sale. So like this is hadn't even been a week yet.
Mind you, I'm still at work.
By at that point,
Still.
Chris had scheduled an open house for our home for Sunday. By Friday, we had over 20 offers on our house.
Stop right there and give it up for God one time. Hold up.
Yeah. We had over 20 offers on our house. I called Chris. I said, I'm tired of these people going in and out of our house because it was like Friday morning. Like the house was listed. He called us at 9 and was like, hey, you got your first offer in on your house. But you also have a lot of people that want to see the house. So I think Thursday came and like 7 people came to look at it. Friday came, like 12 people came to look at it. And by Friday, I was tapped out. I said, Chris, shut it down.
Tell them the real reason why you were tapped out. What happened on one of those days?
Okay, so one of the people that came to look at our house, they brought their children with them. And I got upstairs.
I was upstairs. I came home
It was crazy.
first.
Barry came home and he was like, hey. So it was a plant that used to sit at the top of the stairs. It was a really big plant.
Yeah.
And I mean, so big, like you could, it's heavy to pick up.
It's hell.
And Bear came home. He was like, hey, did you move the plant in our bedroom? And I was like, no, I didn't.
Already attitude, ready to get mad.
So somebody had moved the plant so that they can go up in the attic. I was irritated by that because I had taken all of our family pictures off the wall and put them in the attic because I wasn't expecting anybody to go into the attic.
So now she's pissed off.
So there's that. Then there was like a wrinkle in my bed. So I could tell that somebody had sat their asses in the bed.
Hold
and
up.
a kid had left a Pokemon card on our pillow.
So when I came in the house, because like I said, I'm still at work. Throughout this entire ordeal, I'm at Starbucks, I'm at State Golden, I'm at Sam and Zoe's working, I'm in a coffee shop heaven right now. I try to pull back up to the house as soon as the people leave, so I can just get the work done. Anyway, boom, I go back to the house. I look on the bed like, oh shit, is that a tarot card? So I call Salem Witch Trials over here. I said, hey, bro, you got tarot cards underneath the pillows that you ain't telling me about. What you mean tarot card? I have tarot cards. Looked at it's a Pokemon card. My bad. There's a little kid must have been in the bed. A kid in our bed? I'm about to call Chris right now. What you gonna do?
And then I told Beard, I said, take all the bedding off and stick it in the washing machine.
Yeah, so I'm at work trying to buy a house. Molly Maid. Miss Cleo trying to decipher this Pokemon / tarot card. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I had him take everything off the bed because I wasn't by the house at that point.
Crazy.
And then, like I said, by the end of the day on Friday, Chris he put a stop. He was like, all the offers had to be in by 6 p.m. Friday night.
You gonna
and
go
by the end of it, we had over 20 offers on our home.
Mm-hmm.
And so
we only had one requirement that we were not going to sell to an investor unless they came with a hefty bag. We were not going to sell to investors, man. We trying to, keep the neighborhood.
Because we just feel like they're making it so hard for people to own homes now with the interest rates being so high and the investors coming in and buying all the properties and, they want people to rent forever. And so I think we definitely had, I think, more than 3 cash offers on our home from investors, but we had decided we're not selling to an investor. We wanted to sell to an actual family who was going to take care of the home and be a good neighbor to the neighbors that we had grown to love, for the past 7 years.
Hey, word of advice too, man. I want to give y'all this piece of advice. Hey, cash offer shit don't really mean anything because at the end of the day, you're going to get the money regardless.
Yeah.
The only way that cash offer means something, unless you're in a crunch like we were, we had to close by a certain time. So everybody's things had to check off, right? You had to make sure you had the cash and all that. It's fine. But if you are going through a good broker and then they have a good broker, then the deal is going to get done. You feel me? So that cash offer stuff, If somebody's saying, man, they about to give you $200,000 cash, but then you got somebody else saying they about to give you $250,000 cash, $250,000, but it's coming from the bank, then you take $250,000. Don't short yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we got it done. And how fast everything moved and everything just kind of fell into place.
Bruh.
You know, we moved in the house and there was no, like, we moved in, it just felt like, to me, it just felt like we were supposed to be here.
So, yeah, I mean, the whole
it
time,
felt really good to be in this new home. Like, I can't wait to see how we decorate it, how we grow in it, how the kids grow up in it. Yeah, we've been here exactly a week now. The kids are adjusting just fine.
The thing about this is, when we first got together, we literally lived around the corner and down the street from where we are right now. Full circle moment. So it was amazing to me to see where I remember we first got together. I was paying, I tell you, I don't care. I was paying back in Murfreesboro, we were in college. Shout out to my boy Jeremy. We was busting the rent down. We paying $300 for a townhouse, like a nice townhouse in Murfreesboro. So I'm gonna fast forward. When we first got together, I'm like, man, I'm not got together now. We first decided we are gonna live together. I'm like, man, we gotta find somewhere to stay. In August, like, what we gonna do? I'm not trying to pay over. I'm paying $300. I'm like, I ain't trying to pay over $500. I ain't know. The more I started the research, I found out like, bro, you finna be paying some paper. Now at the time, God bless us. You know, God bless everybody's situation. I wasn't in the situation I'm in right now. So I'm like, all right, man, we gotta figure some shit out. I wasn't doing bad, but I couldn't buy this right then. But at that time, I gotta find something else. $500 is we need to be paying for some rent. I ain't paying over $500. So
we looked at so many
high
apartments
and low in Nashville. What was I thinking? This was back in 2015, 2014. I'm gonna say, but
and in 2014, I was making like
$1,
$10 an hour, $12 an hour.
But you were making some money back then, so I appreciate you.
$12 an hour. So we were looking for something affordable, and
we
so
on Craigslist.
Well, so that's how he found it. Barrett sent me the place. The thing was, so we got engaged in January of 2014. Our wedding was November 2014.
Once again,
so we had a pretty short engagement period, but I was still living in my college apartment, and my lease went up that August, and he was still staying with his roommate. And I told him, I said, my lease goes up in August. I can't renew this lease, and I can't go month to month. And I'm also not moving in with you and your roommate. So you got to make something happen.
So I had to do what I had to do. And anyway, I said I did say in the final spot, $800. Cool, perfect. Love the spot. Privately owned condo. They burned down now, but privately owned condo from somebody who was in the exact same industry as me. So we had something in common. We could talk. Cool landlord. I worked at Sony. He worked at Sony. It was just the craziest shit ever. Anyway, fast forward now, up the street and around the corner. I'm talking about
literally 5 minutes from where we are now. And what I find interesting is the same way that this place fell in line, fell into place really quickly, is the same way that our first place together fell in place really quickly 7 years ago.
It did.
Barry found that place on Craigslist, and he was like, I like the pictures. Let's go ahead and fill out the application and take it with us. We showed up to that.
Somebody else was there.
We showed up to that condo. There were 3 other people there at the exact same time to look at the condo. And because we had already filled out the paperwork.
Had my due diligence, baby. I'm him.
He gave it to us.
Jimmy Butler. And because, like I said, we both worked in the music industry at the time. He's like, oh, man, you work, who? I'm like, yeah, man, no. He's like, oh, man, let's go. You got the 800 on you right now? I got it on me. So I gave it to him. And that's how we settled that. But Now we here. So I always told her when we left, I said, I'm coming back over here. Man, I gotta move back over here. I just belong in the city. And it's no disrespect to nobody else. I need to be close to the city. You know, I'm from Mississippi. I've been in the country my whole life. Y'all saw Blake. If you didn't see Blake on my story, my boy was shucking corn this summer. He was skipping rocks. He was about to go fishing. He went to a farm, picked his own eggs. Bro, I done did it all. Like, I did that. So I'm trying to do this now. So it's all it was. Like, man, we got to be closer. And the biggest reason, I'm not gonna cap you down. School districts. For Blake again, we want to be in a better school district, so we had to make something happen.
Now, we're not necessarily in a better school district, but say, for instance, we decided in a couple years that we wanted him to go to private school or, you know, whatever.
It's close. We're closer. Everything's close
now to better schools.
I can move around. We can get shit done super quick now, so we ain't got to worry about no traffic. None of that. I'm still close enough to the gym to get there the exact same amount of time or shorter than I used to. So everything just happened to work out. So I'm blessed, man. Like I said, I can't thank God. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, it couldn't have been possible. We just pray, man. If you're thinking about a new house, pray and just try to do the right thing. You ain't got to always live right. Just try to do the right thing by people too. That's why I always tell people, man, when you start doing the right thing by people, watch how stuff start changing for you in your life. Like, I ain't saying be a Bible thumper or none of that, because I'm not. You feel me? Like, I just started getting into the Bible, reading the Bible.
And surprise, he likes it.
On a daily basis. Just started. So I ain't no Bible thumper. But I'm going to always do right by people. I ain't going to never short you or none of that. And that's what hurt my feelings a couple of weeks ago. And I said, I was going to come on here and talk about it. Let's get right to it. Now.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't know what you finna talk about right now. I'm actually scared about what's about to come out of your mouth. I'm about to jump
off the cliff.
Are you sure you shouldn't save it?
Nah, I'm ready right now. I ain't counting this Celsius. Celsius don't do me like bang, though. If I'm on that bang, I'm going to say anything. Now, listen.
Okay, so another thing I was going to say.
I'm ready.
I had a feeling we were gonna get the house. Y'all not be writing stuff down, and y'all. When I say it's so much power to writing things down,
so Nip said so.
Write it down. So the night we got home from looking at the house, we looked at this house. We were here for over an hour. We were here for over an hour. We got home. Everybody went to bed. I pulled out my notebook. I wrote our names at this address. I wrote the Newsom family, and then I wrote all of our names individually under this address. Who was
first? Was I first? I hope I was first. Big B. Blake was first, wasn't he?
Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. So it was like, I wrote Bear's name, my name, Blake's name, Shiloh's name. Like, I literally wrote all of our names under this address. The Newsom family under this address. Write it down, y'all.
Yeah.
Write it down.
But not only write it down, pray about it and act on it. You know, you can't just write it down. Just think it's going to happen because you wrote it down. You got to write it down and then start acting on what you wrote down. However you act on it, it's up to you. But you got to. You can't just write it down. Look at it. It look good, but you got to do more than that. I'm with you. You were praying too much.
Because you don't be writing stuff down. So that really wasn't your thing to chime in on.
My bad. Oops, it's in my phone. You cut me off. You didn't want me to get there. But
I didn't. I
know why you cut me off. But I'm going to come back around to it. She forgot something. Throughout this whole time, we had already had a vacation plan to Las Vegas. So let's get into it right now. We went to Vegas. Had the time of like, shout out to Big Sid, shout out to Big Cam, and the Yeezes and the Dezes. We went to Vegas.
And shout out to my mama.
And shout out to
for keeping Shiloh unpacking our kitchen up while we were gone.
Oh, man. Well, let's go ahead and do it then. Miss Blake, Mayim. Mayim gets the honorary. If Shiloh were to have like a god aunt or god mom at this point, Mayim would be who it is. Like her and India, they can get Shiloh quiet. Beside India, I think she's like the second best at doing it. Now, back better than me. If Mayim is around, I don't got nothing to worry about. I'm cool. So shout out to Mayim, Amber, It was Courtney, Lauren. It's so many people, man. It was so many people that had a lot to do with this, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. The hell out of y'all. So thank y'all. Really, y'all made it easy to transition. And then, like I said, Sid and Cam, shout out to them because we still went to Vegas, still kicked it like dirty, soccer shoes, and what's the pit and the peak? I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Drake said, you know what it's like when you can't get a reservation up in Carbone. So we play in Vegas. And as soon as we play in Vegas, I'm like, we're going to Carbone. I kept telling them that. Sid excited. I'm excited because we listen to Drake. We just trapped out. She excited. Cam excited. We ready to go. Boom. Make the reservation for Carbone. Got in Carbone the first night we touched down in Vegas on a Thursday. It's in our hotel. We go. I'm going to tell y'all a little secret about that in a second. So we go to Carbone. We get this pasta that we saw. All
everybody.
Over,
TikTok,
everybody.
Yelp,
TikTok, yeah,
Google reviews.
Get it. Get the vodka pasta. That shit was the most bland thing I've ever tasted. A Bertolli tastes better.
Every pasta in North Italia here in Green Hills Mall tastes better.
Top tier.
Than that pasta at Carbone.
If you go to Carbone, don't get the pasta. And we, all four of us said, it must be the Carbone in that location because that shit was not the business. The service was bad. The food was bad. Everything was bad except the vibes that we had for each other.
But then we heard afterwards that they had also lost their Michelin star. So...
And I listened to JVP faithfully. So right after we left, I heard that Carbone from the JVP lost their Michelin star. So now I'm like, damn, I wish I would have known that, but that don't really mean nothing. The only thing that means is now they have too many locations, like a chain now. That's all it is, like an Olive Garden.
Well, guess
you
what?
can get some better pasta at Olive Garden than Carbone.
It tastes like...
not even Olive
No,
Garden.
It tastes like a chain.
Yeah,
it tastes like a chain. And it was not any one-of-a-kind food. The Caesar, I've had so many better Caesar salads than what Carbone.
It was just dark in there. People running into each other because they were trying to get people in and out. It was too much for me. I like places that are quaint. Maggiano's. Go get that Mama Special. You get a pasta there and you take a pasta home. Way cheaper than Carbone. Trust me. I'm telling you. Shit I know.
So, you get there and it's like 6 courses or whatever.
So we talking about?
At Carbone. So they go through the menu and they tell you like, this is how you should go about doing the menu. Order, this for this course and you continue through. And so, we had already started with the first course. They had brought some bread. We had some cheese and salami and, all of this.
Yeah,
then they come through with the second course. They bring this big ass salad. Then they come through again with the pasta. And at that point, we still have the fourth course, which is supposed to be entrees and sides. We were so disappointed with the first 3 courses that we said, hey, cancel the rest of it.
Told the lady straight, okay, let me hurry up and cancel it right now because they haven't put it in yet. Saved us, just us 4. We spent about $300 right then. So we saved a couple more $100 on the back end by canceling that order. So, man, it's too expensive. It's not good. Go to Olive Garden. I'm telling you right now, that's where you should go. If you're thinking about going to Carbone, go to Olive Garden. But
no, for real. If you want some better pasta, just go to North Italia. If you're in Nashville.
That's fire. The North Italia. They ain't even in the same category. That's why I say Olive Garden. Olive Garden and Carbone are in the same category. North Italia.
And we're not like no pasta connoisseurs or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We enjoy a good pasta.
I'm an Italian.
But like I said, the price point, the customer service was piss poor.
It just took too damn long. If I'm going somewhere like that, I expect you to be like on the spot. Every time I need something, I don't want to flag you down for no water, no napkins, none of that. If my water cup get low, I want you to fill it up. And I'm not asking for too much if I'm paying $300. This is, and I don't drink. So do the math right now. It's just food, right? So listen, man, Carbone wasn't it. So that was the pit of the whole trip. That was the worst part of the trip. Now, I will say the peak was Usher. Obviously, we went to see Usher. Now, if Usher would have came up and grabbed my woman, I would have encouraged her to go to the stage. Girl, you better get your ass on stage with Usher. Don't be trying to hold my hand. You better get your
He absolutely would have encouraged.
I might man do that for us. Yeah, I feel like he's singing to you, he's singing to me. Ooh, there goes my baby. He talking about me and you at that point. I'm a Usher fan. Go. Come on now, I like that glue. I like that shit, man. So I wouldn't mind had you went up there, but we had a good time, man.
It was a great time, but y'all, we didn't make it to the club.
Not a single time.
Night. We were in Vegas for 4 nights and didn't make it to the club. Not once.
And I kept singing T.I. Now the club didn't close. Get a DJ a dub, tell him spin one more. Didn't even make it. Do it, baby. Stick it, baby, my ass. I was stuck to the bed by the time we got done with our nights.
Yeah, we were. Whew.
Except one night we went to a lounge. 2 nights we went to a little lounge and lounged around, but
lounged back to the room.
And went back to the room. Now, I will say this too. If you go into the Usher concert, it said with Dolby Live, right? Mm-hmm. So it's the Park MGM. We stayed at the Aria, between the Wynn and the Aria. If you're going to see Usher, stay at the Aria. Everything you need is right there. From the club to the pool party to the restaurants to the Dolby Live. You can walk through the casino to get to Usher. Everything, you don't really got to leave the hotel. So like, listen, if you're going for a night or going for a night or two, go ahead and book you a 2-night stay, get you an Usher ticket. Go ahead for the first night, do everything in the hotel the next day, the next night. Then you come back. You ain't got to spend that much money. I didn't notice we went for 4 days. 4 days. And then had to come back and sell a house and move out. We had to do all that while we were in Vegas. I'm at the pool party. Barry, could you send us that Chase Bank statement that says your car is paid off? I'm like, bro, I'm at the pool party, knee deep. And shout out to my homegirl Ashley and her husband, Savage, the Savages. Appreciate y'all, man. All the way in North Carolina. What's up, though? And then shout out to a couple more people I had to shout out, but your name escapes me. The wonderful flight attendant.
The flight attendant that was on our flight on the way to Vegas.
Shout out to you. I can't think of your name. I wrote it down. You know who you are, and I appreciate you. We love you. We love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us too.
Oh wait, so
tell her what
we didn't really have to.
Tell her what Ashley said at the pool party.
Well, she don't know how I deal with you.
No, nobody knows how I deal with you. But we at the pool party.
No.
And then we hanging out. Idiots talking to Sydney.
Oh. She said she could hear my voice.
Your
she
country
was like,
accent.
I know that country accent.
Yeah, you got
I'm a little country.
Memphis, big country.
But what I was going to say, the only thing that we left, like, Aria for our hotel that I felt like was 100% worth it was the spa.
Talk about it.
Aswana.
I don't even know. I had a lady dancing in there. She was the truth.
Spa. It was incredible.
It was.
You can book a day pass if you don't want to get a service done. And your day pass lets you in there for 3 hours. You can do all the pools, the steam room, the sauna. We had a sauna show. We were sitting in the sauna and a lady came in there with these scarves and was twirling around and
herbal
waving
essences.
some scents in front of us, and we was just there
sound
melting.
Bathing. It was a sound
breathing.
bath thing. She did a thing though. At first I was like, I'm gonna go to it because it's something different. But that lady, she was the truth. She was the truth. And so and like I said, y'all know I'm not a spa person, but that shit was $160. I used every amenity that they had in the spa, ate up all the snacks, got in all the pools, all the showers, all the soap. I even shaved my underarms while I was in there just because I could. Why not? I used it, brushed my teeth, used the mouthwash, took a roll. Why not? I did everything. Lotion my nuts. Come on, man.
So we didn't actually get a service done because we booked it too late. And because I would have for sure gotten a massage. But we booked it too late. So the only thing they had available when we got there at the time was a foot massage. And because they have a room with recliners and TVs, and you can sit in there and just relax and sip your cucumber water.
Talk
and you
to
could
'em.
get a foot massage. And me and Sid was like, okay, let's see what the foot massage is talking about. And that lady came back and said it was $90. I said, baby, I'm not paying you $100 to rub my feet
Not at all.
for 30 minutes. Please.
She got the little swimming
So-
pool she don't even use. Y'all know they got the little old woman foot thing with the water in it. She got one and she don't even use
I
it
used
right
it when
now.
I was pregnant. It
Lord
was
have
helpful
mercy.
when I was pregnant.
Lord Jesus.
But I'm pretty sure that if you were to book an actual service, it would be
A1 from day
incredible.
one. Yeah.
But yeah, like he said, we used every single amenity that Sydney had a weave during the trip, and because she had sweated it out in the sauna and the steam room, they brought her hair oil, the expensive kind too, the Moroccan hair oil. And she flat ironed her hair. We took long, relaxing showers. It was an amazing experience.
It was a good time. Oh, the best restaurant that we went to was inside of the Aria as well. You remember?
Toka.
Let's look it up.
Look up
I
TOCA.
gotta tell y'all the name of this restaurant. It
Look
was
up
fire. I can't
Toka
even.
in Aria.
I can't
We
even
went there
tell
for
y'all.
brunch, and baby,
Toka Moderna.
the food and the drinks were
Madeira. Toka Madeira.
Top tier.
Toka Madeira. Right inside the Aria. Listen, shout out to my guy KC, No Jojo, the waiter that helped us out. Got us super tight. Recommendations A1, service A1. Soon as we went in there for no longer than an hour. It was 6 of us that time. 6 people ate, and it didn't take no longer than an hour. I know it was brunch, but the food was still immaculate. And I would go back. Sid went back, and she got dessert.
Yeah.
And said the dessert was top tier. So listen, if you go there.
So the customer service was far better than Carbone.
KC.
And so we had a server named Casey,
Black
and
man.
he was incredible. So I sat down, and it was brunch, and I was feeling a little, from the night before. And I was like, you know what? I need a Bloody Mary because that's going to bring me back to where I need to be. Barrett knows that I love me a Bloody Mary, especially when I'm on vacation and I'm staying up late. It gets me there the next day.
She does.
I ordered a Bloody Mary. It's absolutely disgusting. The worst Bloody Mary I've ever tasted.
She said that.
So
So it's
I
the
send
only
it
bad
back.
thing about it.
So I send it back. And Barrett knows me. I think he gets secondhand embarrassment because I
do.
send some shit back so fast.
It ain't no thing I do.
And I said, sir, can't do it. Take it back. And so he was like, well, can I give you anything else? And I was like, no. At that point, I like everybody had their food and their drinks, and I didn't feel like ordering anything else. I was just like, no, don't worry about it. I'm good.
I'm just shaking my head.
He comes back 10 minutes later. He was like, can I get you one of my favorite drinks?
On the house.
On the house. I said, sure, since it's on the house.
Might as well.
Because free is me.
Talk to him.
He comes with some beverage. Can't even tell you what it's called, but baby.
Had a bamboo plant in that mother.
It was so good. And that thing had me floating.
Floating so much so, the whole time she was drunk, walking up. One drink had her drunk. I said, nigga, you can't be drunk on one drink. I'm high. Why we gotta walk?
But I realized that I don't really like drinking alcohol like that anymore. So when we were in Vegas, I had like one drink a day. And I was fine. We went to Beyonce concert, this past weekend. I didn't have a single drink. I don't like the way alcohol makes me feel the next day.
So I'm gonna keep it real, man. We went to the Ferris wheel after we left there because Sid and Cam, Sid had to get her makeup done. Cam was gonna go with his homeboy, his homegirl, do something else. Anyway, let's go to the Ferris wheel. We never went to the Ferris wheel in Vegas. We never did really Vegas tourist stuff. So I said, let's go to the Ferris wheel. Went to the Link Ferris wheel. Only 2 people on that Ferris wheel. She had on a skirt. In my mind, I was gonna tell her, hey, come sit on my lap, slide the panty to the side, and let's enjoy the ride. You know what I mean? Like Ferris wheel, it's going to take about 15-minute round trip. Let's go ahead and get a little 780 in real fast. And by the time we hit the ground, we're going to be feeling good. Drunk over here. My head hurting. I'm just so high. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Y'all, that Vegas
my
heat
head
felt
hurt.
like
So
the
hot.
devil was breathing in your face.
Bro,
It felt like
the
your
craziest thing
skin
ever.
was about to melt off. And so he was like,
I ain't never got biz on the Ferris wheel.
We left. It was a great opportunity. I couldn't do it. I felt so bad. Because we walked like 12, 15 minutes in that Vegas
Probably
heat.
walked like 12 minutes. It wasn't even a far walk. It was just, you got to cross
but it was
the streets.
a far walk
Weird.
after being tipsy in 115 degrees.
She just was not going.
No. I was like, get me out this Ferris wheel. I said, take me back to the room.
She was so quiet. I'm like, what's wrong with you? I just came. Just can't do. I just came. And it's my head. I'm like,
I had to go back to the room to reset because I needed to be my best self for Usher.
Yeah, because it was the same day as the Usher.
Yes.
I just need to go take a nap. I just had to. I'm like, all right, bro, this is going on. So I moved blue balls on the Ferris wheel because I'm thinking I'm finna tear it down. No. Had to go back to the room. Now, the Usher concert, talked about it. Phenomenal. Amazing. I suggest going. If you don't go, then you're going to miss out. We also went to another tourist spot, the Science Museum of Vegas. It was, she's laughing for it. It's in the middle of Vegas. It's in the middle of the damn desert, it felt like. And like she said, the sun, that was the hottest day. Then we went to the Science Museum, and boy, it was booked up for night because obviously they got lights everywhere. So we went in the daytime just to take some pictures. Pictures turned out really cool too, by the way. Nice ass pictures. However, it was hotter than the pool in the summer, man. So if you do go to the Science Museum, I suggest going at night. Book the ticket early. Don't be like us. We booked it the day of. So y'all want to go? All right, let's just go. And we went to the Mega Mart.
Oh yeah,
the Mega Mart was
area
cool.
15.
Area 15. If you get high or if you on some shrooms, I think you should do shrooms. Microdose. Get you some shrooms. Go to Mega Mart. Take it from. Be in a good mood, please. Be in a good. I'm not.
So maybe don't
drugs,
do the shrooms then. Because,
no, do
well, I'm gonna say maybe you don't do the shrooms because it could be a lot of people there.
But if you're in a good mood, then you should be fine. Before you do them,
you need to know yourself and know what type of trip you may be taking.
I don't want you to have a bad trip in Mega Mart. It's gonna be a long day for you. You're gonna be frustrated.
Maybe just
don't do that.
Do the regular marijuana and call it a day.
Nah, I'm shrooms. What else? Then we came back early to come back home. I had to book an earlier flight to come back a little early so we can get through and get packing and get the house settled and everything. So we did.
So we got back to Vegas that Monday. Vegas. We got back from Vegas on Monday. We closed on the house on Thursday. We had to be completely out of our old house by that Sunday.
Time crunch. And now we're here.
We've been here for a week. In
the empty room with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with 5 boxes and 2 bins, which my computer. Three. Then we came back and we went to see Beyonce. We outside. You see we outside. Went back to see Beyonce. Hell of a time. Once again, if she's coming to your city and the tickets available, I suggest going to there. Even if you want the 300 section.
I saw somebody say they made a good point. This girl said, if you have to choose between going to see Usher and going to see Beyonce.
What they got? What you got?
This is if you have to choose.
Why you gotta choose?
The tickets to both are high.
So listen, don't go to no concert.
Maybe you can only afford one summer concert.
Don't go to any concert next year. Do both. Matter of fact, do all 3. Drake is coming. Go ahead.
Well, she said if you have to choose between going to see Usher and Beyonce, go see Usher. It's what she said.
Who said that?
That's not important.
It is because I'm not rolling. I'm gonna tell you why.
The level. Okay, so for one, the concerts are 2 completely different vibes.
There you go. That's
they're 2 completely different experiences. Usher was literally a party. from beginning to end.
That's a fact. So when you walk in the door, you in that bitch partying.
Yeah. Like the DJ
Fire.
is a guy from Atlanta.
Fire.
And like we were literally in there like shaking ass. We were having
Turned
a grand old time.
Turn to the man.
And then Usher, you know, he did his thing. He was super interactive with the crowd. And it's a more intimate vibe.
That's
way
why.
more intimate.
That's why. I understand.
And so he's an experience in its own.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now I can get down with that. Beyonce is an art show.
Is absolutely an art show. If you have an appreciation for art, definitely catch
Stage
the
design,
Beyonce show. Even if you like wake up that morning and you find like a cheap resale ticket, like go see it, because you will never find another performer.
You'll never find.
At least none of the performers that are out currently right now who can put on that level of a show.
Listen,
that was my fourth time seeing Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I see her, her show takes it up.
So, but you just said you agree with the person, though.
I didn't say I agreed.
Oh, okay. I think you should.
I
do
didn't
both,
say I agreed.
Don't pick, don't choose.
I'm just telling you, like, these are the vibes. If you have to choose them based on this.
Choose wisely.
Beyonce, the vocals, good God. The way I felt like she laid the show out beautifully. Ooh, the performers were excellent. The dancers. And again, the Beyonce concert is an experience in its own right as well, because this one, everyone is basically in costume. Like people watching is a part of the show.
Yeah, everything. This is
like literally. I'm happy that I was able to see it. This is something where when our kids become adults, and it's like us sitting there looking at old Michael Jackson concerts.
When I went to the Renaissance.
Yeah, or it's like when my mom tells me about when she went and saw Michael Jackson and Prince in concert. It's like, this is what Beyonce is going to be, you know, when they're learning about the artists that we're listening to right now as adults.
It's a fact.
So, especially if you've never seen Beyonce in concert, you need to go to the show. It's good.
I'm glad we giving Beyonce her flowers, because it reminded me about something that I forgot to talk about. I'm looking off in the distance because this really struck a chord with me over the last week and a half. We went to Vegas, and I got to give India some flowers. The first night we got there, she came out butt naked out of the shower and did some things she's never done before, which made me raise the question, where did you learn these moves? Never happened to me like this before. Never happened to me since then. Only in Vegas. I'm talking about she did the goddamn twisty pretzel Watusi 5,000 on your boy. And I said, whoa. How did this happen to me so quickly? If you catch what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I never knew she could do these things before with her entire body. So thank you, India, for doing that. And if it takes us having to go back to Vegas again, I guess I had to front the money, because it was a one-time thing and I haven't seen it since. But like I've always said,
we're back at home.
Vacation sex is the great reset. India, tell the people where they can find you.
We got to get Shiloh sleeping in her own room.
I'm
sorry. We got to get Shiloh sleeping in her own room.
So I'm going to give y'all not a tour, but I'm going to tell y'all something about the house. There's a part in this house where you can literally hear nothing. It's one part in the house where you can go back and you ain't got to hear nothing. So all that being said, it could happen.
But we have no furniture. So It's not happening right now.
So you need to tell me you have to have sex on furniture?
In order for me to do what you saying that I did, I need a little bit of cushion for my knees. Can't just be on the bare floor.
Listen, I think that was a fluke. You know, like that time.
That wasn't a fluke. You asked me what happened when we had sex 2 weeks prior to that.
No, that was a fluke.
You
Klay Thompson.
You were shook then too.
One time Klay Thompson hit them 7 threes in a row.
We were in the podcast room on the couch. You was like, my soul left my body. Your soul always leaves your body, honey, because I just be putting it down like that. You the one who is like, you getting older. My vagina's getting younger.
Girl, you better go somewhere. I got this production, and tell the people they can find you.
You have no production. I'm producing you at this point.
I don't want no production either. I'm done producing. The only thing I'm producing is this podcast. Nothing else. If you want me to produce yours, I'll produce yours. This is part of, and we finna get more cameras coming soon. Watch them. Tell them.
India Diary on Instagram.
Find me at BeLove1911 on all social platforms. Please be sure to follow She and Our Podcast on Instagram. Hit us up on YouTube. She and Our Podcast over there. You know the vibes. Leave us a message. She and Our Podcast at gmail.com. And like we always do about this time, it's been real. It's been fun. I out.